Ow. Alright guys, for today's video, I'm going to show you how to change out a battery. This is going on my Cruze as an example, since I got the battery acid kind of leaking a little bit out the side cap, so I'm going to get this swapped out. So let's use this as an example. The process will be similar. It will be different depending on what the car is for the specifics, but otherwise it should be pretty much similar for any sort of battery replacement, especially a top post battery. First and foremost, you have a positive and a negative connection. We'll attack the negative first, then the positive. Always do the negative first to take it off, then put the negative on last when you put it back in there. Depending on where your battery is located and what all is going to it, you may or may not have to do certain things, but you will definitely always have your battery with a positive and a negative connection of some sort and a battery tie down. Okay, first and foremost, I got the size tools I need, so we are going to tackle the tie down really quick. Get this out of the way. Okay. Just unbolt that. This one goes over the top. A lot of batteries have a tie down that are down on the side that like grabs onto the bottom lip of the battery itself to hold it in place. Depending on where yours is what you'll have to do. Tie down out of the way. It is crazy humid out here, that's why everything looks comically wet. Okay, so now I'm going to disconnect the negative. I'm going to disconnect the negative first because this is the ground for everything. The ground to the car, the ground to that everything runs through. So you want to get rid of this first, loosen up enough, pick it up, slide it out of the way, get it out of the way, okay? Now, on this battery, there is kind of a power block on top of here that we have to slightly disconnect that is underneath this cable, and then it ties into the fuse block right here. So what I need to do is I need to lift up this, and this is a first generation Cruze for anyone that's looking, that's wondering what this is. So here I have the battery, same size, or the positive connection to the battery is the same size as the negative connection over here. I'm going to disconnect that, but then I also have this power wire here that runs, I think, down to the starter that we have to get rid of too, and that is a larger size. So what I'm going to do is disconnect this one. All right, move that out of the way. Now I have to disconnect this larger power cable. From the power block. There you go, that's out of the way now. Okay, so now I can move, gotta snap this off the battery, and I may need to get a screwdriver for it. I don't remember. It's been a bit. Yeah, I think you need to get a screwdriver. Like I said, depending on what your vehicle is, you might not have to worry about this. I don't think most batteries have power blocks sitting on top of it, but some do. There we go. Pop it out from the top like that. Oh, that side first, maybe, and then this. Okay, so that is now out of the way. So we have enough room to lift the battery up and out. Hopefully yours has a handle on it. So that battery is up and out. Okay, so now I will take it to the parts store, and then I'll be back to show you how to reinstall the other battery. Okay. All right. Now I'm back with new battery. We just go about the opposite of what we just did to take it out. So pop the battery in here. Now this battery holder, or battery tray, I guess you would say. Do I need to zoom out? No, I think we're good. This battery tray can accept different size batteries in the car, so sometimes you may have to just play around with this, how you want it positioned to lock the battery in place. Let me get it back out again. If not, it doesn't matter too much because the hold down is actually holding it from moving. So we have what we do here: pull off the cap. Don't need those caps anymore. Open this back up. I will snap this down on top of the battery again. Caps. Take out this power. Make sure that's not touching. As I go and hook this up. Tighten it down. that snugged up. Nope. Socket off, extension on. Pop the positive back on, tighten it down. It just got very sunny in the time to run to the parts store to get back here, so hopefully the video isn't all washed out right now. So snug that down, make sure it's nice and tight, close it down there. All right, I'll actually go and put the hold down on right now really quick. Now there's enough room in here to be able to do the hold down either before or after removing this cable. It's up to you. Plenty of room. Tighten it down. Alright, and now last and final thing, negative. Slide on there and you'll hear some arcing, which is all well and good. Try and get down as far as you can. And all I'm doing there is just prying it open just ever so slightly to slide it down a little farther to make sure I get a real good bite. Alright, it's nice and tight. Nice and tight. And there you go. That's it. That is how you go about changing out. What is that noise? I have no idea what that is that's going out across the road there. Maybe some heavy equipment. Oh, anyways, that's how you go about changing out a car battery. Like I said, it's a similar process for depending on whatever battery you have. You just adjust it to whatever your vehicle is. But now, since this is the Cruze, a first-gen Cruze, let me go ahead and show you this. So right here is your negative battery cable. This is the cause of 99% of all the service stability track issues. So to switch this out, you would just undo here. You would undo this bolt here, and then you follow this around. Oh, where we go? This cable around to right here where it ties into the ground. Undo that, swap it out. It takes all of 5 minutes, if that. Make sure you get the one that is actually molded correctly for this, because it has some kind of universal ones where it doesn't really have this built-in lug on here and all that, and then you have to do some cutting and like putting on some little end connectors and all that stuff, and it won't look as pretty. Will function, sure, but just get this one and it'll be just like a stock replacement. But alright guys, that's all I got for you today. That's how you change out a battery in general, and this is doing it on a first generation Cruze. So alright guys, like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.